Hey guys, welcome to my first video of Pandas tutorial for beginners. So what is Pandas? Pandas is an open source Python library which is mainly used for data manipulation and data analysis. Pandas is widely used in data science, statistics, finance, and many other fields for data analysis and exploration. In the context of cybersecurity, Pandas can be employed for various tasks related to handling and analyzing data, such as log analysis, data cleaning and transformation, exploratory data analysis, feature engineering, incident response, threat hunting, and data visualization. If you guys have any doubts regarding how to set up Anaconda or Jupyter notebooks, you can check out my previous video on this playlist. So to learn to use Pandas, we'll first need a dataset. So if you guys want to follow along and gain some hands-on experience, then you can use the help of ChatGPT to create the dataset. You can ask ChatGPT to write you a Python script to generate a dataset. So this is the prompt that I have used to create the dataset. You can use this for reference. So now let's go ahead and see how to read a file. First, we have to import Pandas. And we can use an alias here. I'm using PD. To run this, you have to press Shift and Enter. So let's start by reading a CSV file. And here we have to specify the file location. If you're a Windows user, you might receive a Unicode error when trying to read this file. This is because it tries to read in the semicolon and backslashes directly. So what you can do is, you can type in a R here. So when you do this, this input will be taken as a raw data, that is a string. So that should solve the issue. So now click here and press Shift plus Tab. So this will give you all the possible arguments and options we can make use of. So as you can see here, we have a lot of arguments here. We also have the detailed walkthrough below. So now let's simply try this header argument. So here the headers have been removed. So now let's go ahead and read a text file. So we can use read table to read a text file. Similarly, we can use read JSON to read a JSON file and read Excel to read a Excel file. So now let's go back to a CSV file. So now let's assign this to a variable. So this will make it easier for us to perform actions on the dataset. So here DF stands for data frame. In simple terms, you can think of a data frame as a table or a spreadsheet. Imagine you have some data and you want to organize it neatly. So that's what a data frame helps you do. It's like a grid where you can arrange your data in rows and columns, just like this one here. If you notice here, all the rows and columns are not visible to us. So to make it visible, you can use the set option. So to specify the number of rows you want to see, you can type in display max rows. And here you can specify the number of rows. So here we have 100 rows. So now we can scroll through and see all the rows. But if you notice here, we still can't see the columns here. You can use display max columns to specify the number of columns you want to see. So this time we can scroll through and see all the rows and columns here. You can use the shape command to see the number of rows and columns in your data frame. So here we have the rows and the columns. We can use info to get a breakdown of a data. It also specifies the memory usage. You can use the head function to see the first 5 records. Inside the parentheses, you can also specify the number of records you want to see. You can use the tail function to see the last 5 records. Here you can specify the number of records you want to see. Now coming to the accessor methods in Pandas, we have lock and ilock. They allow us to access and modify elements in a data frame. They are used for 2 different types of indexing. The lock is label-based indexing, where you can specify the row and column labels to access the data. Whereas ilock is integer-based indexing, where you can use integer positions to access the data. So as you can see here, we got the same outputs for the log and ilog. But if we had some text in this index, then we could use the log to access the row using the text, whereas ilog won't be able to access the contents of the row using the text. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching my video and stay tuned for more.